set up. The Tiki-Talks. We're getting this all set up. Just the teeniest little bit. So there's gonna be a little more of me and we almost got the song down. It's only been like a week or so. Exactly. That's when at the time I'm targeting Chopin enthusiasts. It does. How's it going, everybody? TikTok's moving. YouTube, like immediately. Let's get the like out of the way. It helps a ton. Likes bring more people in and make it more fun. So please like. We're gonna just pin that sucker up here. We'll see if that helps on the YouTubes. All right, and then let's get this transition here done. We gotta practice that part. Oh, we got some people joining on the TikTok. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Like away, it makes the TikToks go crazy, it does. Was it? There we go. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I see the likes pouring in. I appreciate it. More likes attract more viewers, so like it up. It does help. Thank you. Let's try this little part here, and then we can do a little request. Maybe try some different styles today. Maybe play some originals. You know, do all the things. Variety is the name of the game. Was it? I did that wrong. User just followed. Play Freebird? Sure. We can do some Freebird. Let me play this chromatic run and then I'll play Freebird. And then we gotta do this ending and then we'll do Freebird. All right, here we go. Let's get some Freebird going. Can you play Gringe or Grunge, Keegan? Is what you're asking for. Gurang by Lizzie. I like the idea, Chopin enthusiast. Oh, hey Princess, thanks for following. Then we'll go to the part that everybody knows. There you go. That's some Freebird action. Man, this computer stand is terrifying me right now. I feel like let's just spin it a little bit. It's like really wanting to blow up on me. Throw my computer all over the place. Because that'd be fun. Gurang. Lisa. Ooh, free Gurang. From Demon Slayer, okay. I think I found it. Do you have perfect pitch? I do not have perfect pitch, but I can fake it pretty well. That's the beauty of having a good relative pitch. You can kind of just do whatever you want, and it almost is like you have perfect pitch. All right, we need some more. Oh, L theme from Death Note? Absolutely, Haroon. We can do that. Wow, YouTube, we gotta stop slacking. TikTok's passing us up right now. All right, here we go. Baby Soup 200, thanks for following. Lover's Theme by Herb Roy. We could look into Lover's Theme by Herb Roy. We'll do L Theme. All the YouTube viewers are asleep already. Yeah, I don't know why I have so much, hey Contrast, I have so much appeal over in Europe. I'm not minding, but. Oh, thank you for sending a rose. Oh, thank you. You're sending all sorts of stuff. You're awesome, a GG, a chili. I appreciate all of it. And then you got the, oh yeah. And then you go down. And then you go back to it. All right, thank you so much. That's such a great song. Hello, Brother. Is that a song? We'll say it is. Modulation roulette. Yeah, let's just modulate through everything. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the stuff. Lightning Bolt, Chili, You're Awesome. I have no idea what this is, but it's cool. Lover's Theme by Herb Roy. What is Hello, Brother? I need a little more context. Wow. If you get it, sure. You might be right, Chopin enthusiast. It might be that the Europeans love the classical a little bit more than the good old Americans. I think that's very likely. Thanks for being a good sport. No problem. If you guys like a lot on TikTok, it will push more numbers and we'll have more fun and we'll have more stuff going on. I've learned that over my many days of streaming on TikTok. I think we'll learn some Hungarian Rhapsody #2 while we're waiting on people. Waiting on having some fun here. We'll learn the Raphael Josephi transcription here. You always guess what I like? Play this, please. I can't read minds. I'm not a mind reader. All right. Don't ever tell me I can't do something. You know what? Just for you, Abraham, we're going to do one better we're actually going to pull up the sheet music of Moonlight Sonata, third movement, and we'll learn a little bit more. I'll play the part that I know okay, and then we'll learn a little bit more. Just for you. Because I generally just learn the meme part just so that people would leave me alone. Because people ask for it all the time. But we can learn a little bit more today. How about that? I just have to find where it starts. Yep. Mephisto Waltz, we can do that next. I've got a flash goal. We're going to try this again. We need heart puffs. I don't even know what that means, but if you got some heart puffs, send them my way. I appreciate it. Okay, all right. Oh, sorry, let's get that right. All right, let's learn the next part. Oh wait, no. You start in a different place there. That's the end. Okay, there we go. And then we got this part. There we go. Let's run those 4 measures just for a second, and then we'll do a couple more of these requests, and I'll keep it pulled up, and we'll learn a little bit more. So a big part of what I like to show in streams, I like to show off, but I like to show what is capable. I like to show how realistic it is to learn stuff. So that means a little bit of trouble, a little bit of different things. Yeah, we can do Rushy. We can do Rushy, we can do Supercala, we can do Mephisto Waltz, say Wind of Change. I know, crazy how this arpeggio exercise sounds so good. It really is an arpeggio exercise. Ah, hold on, I messed up there. Ooh, We Are the Champions? Sure. I want to do that one again. For Elise? Yeah, we can do for Elise. All right, let's get into some of these. There's some supercalifragilis. Rushy. You know, we can do Rushy, but everyone's got to hit the like button. Oh, thank you, Tony. TBD boy just shared the live, sent some gifts. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we can do lists. We can do Chopin Etude. Of course, contrast. I'm back. How are you, Frito12? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Aria Math. We can look into Aria Math, Vivaldi Summer. Let's vary it up a little bit here. We'll get back into the classical Mephisto Waltz. We'll pull up, I know, number one. We'll pull up Mephisto Waltz. I've never actually worked on Mephisto Waltz, so we're just gonna sight read it because we're just feeling that way. Wonderwall? Yeah, we got some Wonderwall. Let's do some Wonderwall. 'Cause after all, you're my Wonderwall. All right. How do you reharmonize it like that? Honestly, it was a lot of what? I was thinking more about the melody just acting as guide tones for some cool different things, if I'm being honest. Mephisto Waltz is almost done. This is a tutorial on how not to write a waltz. Hey, it happens. All right, let's see where we're doing. Back, how are you? I'm doing fine. Vivaldi Summer, I saw you multi-fan page. Oh yeah, Aria Math, we'll pull that up. Ooh, it's a Minecraft piece. I didn't even know that. All right, here we go. So here's some Wonderwall. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. If you know it, sing along. single ending has to be as epic as possible. We'll just keep ratcheting up the epicness of every single ending as we go. How about that? Pirates of the Caribbean, we'll do that. Then we got a little. It's almost Addams Family there. Is it difficult to learn to play? What are you asking about? Oh yeah, that rules? Oh, thank you. Not quite sure exactly what you're asking about. This is death metal before electricity. It really is, actually. What is it? Oh man, I love sight reading classical things that never should be sight read. It's quite entertaining. Everything. Hello, hey Justin. Hello back. Is it difficult to learn to play? We'll do Pirates of the Caribbean. We'll do aria math in a second. If this is waltz, then Rushdie is a polonaise. Yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, it's a waltz in the fact that it's in 3/4. Thanks, Justin. Okay, so to answer your question, Contrast, to learn how to generally play piano is way easier than people think it is, especially if you are older. When you are a kid, I think it's actually, there's elements of it that are quite challenging because it's almost like learning to read and like learning language. And again, as a kid, you have ample free time and your brain's not formed all the way. So some things go really fast, but some of the concepts start to be really frustrating to you. But learning an instrument is really not actually that hard, especially piano. Like for example, I could teach you in one lesson. Actually, I should make a video about this. Yeah, I can play Pirates of the Caribbean. I should make a video about this. You've got these three fingers. If you lay your hand out on the piano and count 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just put pinky, middle, thumb, you get a chord. And you can do that anywhere. And 6 out of the 7 for white keys will sound pretty good. There's only one that doesn't sound very good, and that's B. Now, if you have this shape and you can play that down here, well, guess what? Every white key will sound good over the top of it. Right? And you can just jam with that. That's a good way to already start to feel like you can do something, is just literally 5 notes, skip, skip. So it's just pinky, middle, thumb. You play that in your left hand, any white keys, and then right hand, all white keys. Really works well. Idea 10, you got plenty of requests. We'll get to them, don't worry. So that's I would say, but here's the thing, you don't have to stop there. You can play songs just from knowing that. So for example, what would be a good song that I could just randomly play? That's, well, going back to Wonderwall. just because you only know one key or only white keys, you can play almost any song with just that. I need to actually, I really should actually work on Mephisto Waltz. It looks kind of fun. I think Hungarian Rhapsody too, though, first, before Mephisto Waltz. All right, let's look at Aria Math. That's fine. Oh, sorry. Okay, so it's da 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 da. All right, we got some Aria Math in there. Hey, Sako. It's all one chord anyway. C major 7. Senorita. Kind of does a little bit. It is. It's basically a tango. What? What? I used to know how to play Senorita. Maybe I'll look it up so I can play it again. Hey, Eric Toller, thanks for following on TikTok. I did watch the video, Sako. I did. It looks pretty cool. Is it based on My Hero Academia, that anime? Hey, Reverend Insanity. How do you make C major 7 so interesting? Oh, makes a ton of sense, Sako. That's why it felt kind of familiar. Okay. Here's the cool thing about any chord, any vibe. If you get the rhythms kind of flowing just right, it can get a lot of fun. Anthony Jennings, hi. River Flows In You. Sure, we can do River Flows In You. And then pick one multi-fan page. What do you want to hear? You threw out Arcade, Dakan Lawrence. You threw out Idea 10, and you threw out Pirates. You just know how to play. C diminished 7. C diminished 7 would be a good one. Hi, Phoenix. Yeah, we'll do River Flows In You. Greetings from India. Awesome. Isn't it like super late in India at this point? Golden Hour? We can do Golden Hour. Yeah, we'll give TikTok something over here. Yeah, we could do Cornfield Chase and Time from Inceptions. Do a little Zimmer. My eyes look like Ed Sheeran. I think that's a compliment. Yeah, we can do golden hour. Here's a flat 2 for Chopin enthusiasts. You're not English, so you don't understand me? It's okay, you can understand the music, Phoenix. I reckon the golden hour is probably around 6 p.m. because that's statistically the best time of day. I mean, you do know what golden hour is referring to. It's referring to that time of day where the lighting gets perfect, which is in the morning and at evening, just after sunrise, just before sunrise and right after sunset. So anyway. I ain't mad at you. Sure, Joey. I have a musician's face. Play it then, Geekmeister. It's not very hard, by the way. Sent a galaxy. Thank you, Geekmeister. That looked cool when it showed up. See you again? Yes, the chromatic part is the best part, for sure. Thank you so much, Geekmeister. What was it? You can barely play Little Mary Had a Little Lamb. It'll be a while. Hey, it's all good. Take your time. That's the beautiful thing about music. Set your goals and just work at it day by day. You get a little bit better every day and you'll get there. I ain't mad at you. Ooh, Libertango. I know Libertango. I know some Libertango. Hey, if you're enjoying the music, Phoenix, you're in the right place. Boo doo 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 doo. Boo doo 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 doo. Can you tell me what your favorite piano VST is. Ooh, yes, we can talk about that. Best back pull. Are you talking about exercises, like exercises for your back? Oh yeah, I Ain't Mad at Ya. I was gonna get that pulled up. I Ain't Mad at Ya. Blue by Young Kai. Yes, we can. Have you ever watched Gabe Owners? I have no idea what that is. But I'm getting some follows in. Joey Michael followed. Thank you so much. Geekmeister followed. Thank you so much. Oh, I thought that was Eddie Palmieri just joined TikTok, and I got all excited. You just figured out how to play the first half of 7 Years Old. Oh, 7 years old. I don't know what that is. Okay, piano VST. Musio does a really good one. Multi-fan page, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just getting a bunch of requests from different things. Trying to keep some variety going, keep some vibes going. You know how it goes. Hey, VX Chew, long time no see. Exactly. Just love the music. Love it, Phoenix. Music is the universal language. Music is awesome. I really like keyscapes. I'm going to just be super basic and say keyscapes. I don't know if that's actually my real answer, but keyscapes is so good, it's just worth just saying keyscapes. Oh, I know this one. There's so many songs that I don't know the name of, and then somebody says, hey, play this, and I look it up and I'm looking at the music kind of sideways going like, is that right? And then I start hearing it and I'm like, I know this. That's a sweet song. So that's Back At Ya. Okay, good to know. That, by the way, also is why learning to read is such an awesome thing to do. How did I go to what? To what V? What view? I don't even know what you're saying. What V? Everybody knows that the best piano VST is the 8K Steinway Online. You're right. What is your favorite song that you can play on the piano? It varies day to day. I do like Hungarian Rhapsodies. Reading notes was my first piano lesson. That's a good first piano lesson. I like Hungarian Rhapsodies. I like my own songs. We're gonna do Libertango after this. Any Indian Bollywood music, just throw out the name and we'll just mess around with it. We'll figure it out. Oh, how did you go to that 5? Yeah, so on that, so it's F, C minor to F minor, then B flat, then E flat, and then it's a 2-5, right? That's that chord progression. It's such a classic chord progression, but it's so good every time. Oh, don't ignore me. You got a mono blue counter deck for sure. I like playing blue mill. I have a blue black mill. Yeah, blue black is fun. I'm not gonna lie, blue black is a lot of fun. For sure. How do you calibrate any VST piano in general? I'm not a huge. Can you do St. James? Yeah, we can pull it up. I'm not a huge. Anthony Jennings, you're just gonna have to throw out a name. I don't know a single Bollywood name at all. No, I have a buddy of mine who runs all of the old school counters that are super cheap because they're super old before they knew how to balance the game, and it's such a pain, for sure. Kalho Naho, hold on, we got a couple other things to get to, but we'll get there. Oh, St. James Infirmary. I think that's what you're probably referring to. Kalho Naho. I may just need to, oop, there we go. We actually got music. I play tattoo. I don't even know what that is, but sure. We're just playing stuff. I use MuseScore. Well, I use the internet. Whatever pops up. Sometimes it's music score. That works pretty well. Yeah, Piazzolla is awesome. I love that. Lead sheet. Is that what I'm thinking of? There's St. James. It is St. James Infirmary. Yeah, ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Rush E? We already did Rush E, but I mean, I could be talked into it again. Here's a Call Ho Naho. Blue by Official. Can you play for Elise? We can do anything. we feel like. Ooh, Gwen's theme. I like that. I need to hear from Anthony if he recognized this. Oh, good. Megalovania? Yeah, we'll do that, Carmelo. Hey, Ronald, thank you for following. Die with small. Oh, let's see. Megalovania, Gwen theme. There's so much good music. I'm not gonna lie. Can you add the intro from We Don't Talk Anymore? Sure. Billie Jean. Yum boom boom dum boom boom. How's it going? Mestalter, Elizabeth, Mice on Venus? Sure. Ooh, I like what did I say? Thriller? Thank you, Ethereal Ballet, for the gift. Send a TikTok times 10, whatever that is. Thank you. You love this music? Awesome. What time do you stream live? I honestly wish that I knew at this point. I'm getting close to knowing what the regular time is. There's been a lot of changes. Oh, Simple Man? That'd be a fun one to do. We could do some Simple Man. Buttercup, Mice on Venus. Okay, that's a good one to throw in the mix. Let's put Mice on Venus in there to do. Let's grab We Don't Talk Anymore. I wish I could tell you, Anthony, I've been trying to shoot for every day. Gotten pretty close to that. This week I think we missed one day. I would say it's generally, yes, right when the Europeans are about to go to sleep. That's what I try to go for. That's what I try to shoot for. If they're trying to go to bed earlier, it's more like 2 or 3 p.m. Central Time in the United States. But otherwise it's later so that I can really just drive them crazy. That's really what that's what I'm here for. Let's do Gwen's theme. Hey, Chirag, good to see ya, or read ya, whatever you would call it. We're gonna do Gwen, and then we'll do Simple Man, then we'll do Mice on Venus. Why not? That is such a move. That's such a vibe. All right, let me find what key Simple Man is in. To be a simple kind of man. Elton John is fun. He can't see anymore? Really? Elton John can't see anymore? That's crazy. I guess he is getting pretty old. Bigfoot, thanks so much. Yeah, I'm trying to stream every single day. I wish I could say it was consistent, but like tomorrow, for example, I'm playing a wedding, so I can't do it later. I may try to knock it out earlier, like early. You gotta go soon? Okay, we'll do Chopin Ballade for you. Beethoven Virus. I will pull that up. I will pull up Beethoven Virus. Everybody, if you have not liked the live, follow me. Because as I said, I'm unpredictable. And I guarantee this is the only live stream of its kind. Who else has played Mephisto Waltz and Rushy and Bollywood in the same live stream? No one. Have I been overseas? Yes, I have. Stuff sticks so much better in my brain now after years and years of doing this than it happened before. Mice on Venus is coming, Mies. Mice on Venus is coming. I wish Chopin was born 100 years later so all the chromatic runs could be accompanied by crazy extended chords. I disagree. I like the Chopin of... I love the simplicity of it, which is a weird thing to say, but... All right, don't worry, here comes Mice on Venus. Now embrace this quiet moment instead of deciding to stream to something else. Have some thoughts. Reflect on when it was a simpler time. And all that was important in the day was arguing with your sibling about which controller you could play Minecraft on. Whether you got the transparent one, maybe that was only an N64 thing. The transparent purple, pretty cool. I guess these days it's which Joy-Cons do you get? If you're on the Switch, you know, who gets the one with the drift? Who gets the Pro Controller? Remember, it was all about building. We didn't need to be fighting. Even when somebody burned down our house with lava. I should do Minecraft meditations. A lot of notes and even more notes. Simplicity is the crowning reward of art. That's the honest truth. The more and more you learn music, the more and more you realize that simplicity is the key to really, do I play in a band? Yes, I do. I play in an Eric Clapton tribute band. Yeah, that is a Minecraft song. Marriage d'Amour. Yeah, we can do Marriage d'Amour. We'll do Marriage d'Amour. We'll throw up Marriage d'Amour. Beethoven Virus, sure. No, don't worry, Bella. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. We're cruising back up on TikTok. We dropped down a little bit, but we're growing back up here. Thanks so much. I can see why people like to stream on TikTok, because like there's just gifts and you have no idea how much they are or how much money it is. It's just like, you get a galaxy, you get a high five, you get a hello. Yes, I know it is. And then you finish your stream and like one of them was worth 5 cents and then another one was worth, 20 cents. Yes, it is totally, yes, which is why my kids are going to stay far away from it. What was it? Da, 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 da. Page turn. Why did you lead me so astray? We already did Arya math, but I could be persuaded again. I wish Beethoven actually wrote this, so I had a legitimate reason to listen to it. Yeah, I mean, that's funny. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty funny. 'Cause in the end, do you know Chopin Ballad? We can play anything you want to hear. Here's the beautiful thing. I know how to read. It starts with... Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, I have all the platforms. I'm not gonna lie. YouTube is what I do the most different types of things on. TikTok I experiment sometimes on. And then the rest I kind of just smear around all my shorts and different things. But it helps. Every bit helps. Koji, what do you want to hear? What ballad do you want to hear? Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did some Chopin Ballade, but we'll just hop back in a little bit later on. Here we go. Yes, I know. I know it was banned there. We'll go to the best part. Not to tell you what the best part is, but I know it's this. Chopin, Opus 28, number 16. Yes, please. Oh, I way prefer this over the coda. Are you kidding me? That is by far and away my favorite part. The codas, I used to really dislike the. Okay, so here's the thing. It's one of the reasons why I learned the pieces I did in college. Does the lava lamp behind me actually work? It does, but I turned it on at the beginning of the live stream. And if you know anything about lava lamps, they take about 2 hours to start working. So I have this big problem, which is if I'm working down here and I forget to turn it on at the beginning of the day, by the time I want to live stream and do fun stuff, it's not on. If I turn it on though, and then I forget about it, then I have a fire hazard just sitting here cooking all the time. So it's kind of a catch-22, if you will. If I turn it on, I forget about it, fire hazard. If I don't turn it on, then it's not on when I actually want it. Okay. Getting back to the ballade for just a second, and then we'll do this part. We'll do one more part of this. So here's the thing about this ballade, and this is true of a lot of famous pieces. I had to hear these suckers every single week performed at the seminars. And so I'm not gonna lie, I heard the end of this ballade so many flippin' times during college. And the end especially, man, you add in like a little bit of hesitation because someone's working through the technical stuff. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. That's all I'd say. Me, you guys know each other? Let's see. Why am I ignoring you? I don't think I am, Zach. Did I miss you? I'm not trying to ignore you, Zach. I totally missed your comment earlier. I just figured out how to play the first half of 7 Years Old. That's cool. You don't? It's a shame. I thought I was reuniting old friends. Little Root Town. Is this, Pokemon Ruby? Okay, hold on. Let me play this. You're distracting me. Okay, Chopin enthusiast. Yes, I'm mostly just sight reading almost everything we do on stream. I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple songs that I know. Anyway, so Chopin enthusiast. I want to address this once and for all, no, that sounds all really highly intense. Here, I'm going to throw up the Discord too while we're talking so that anybody who wants to can pop in there. That's probably the easiest way to keep track of like when I'm going to randomly pop online because it just happens. Oops, why did I, no. I don't know how to use my computer apparently. There we go. I'll answer your question in just a second, Anthony. Let's talk Pokemon for 2 seconds. Here's the deal. I'm 30. I wish I have a dad like you, brother. It makes so much difference. Man, fathers make all the difference. I'm not gonna lie. My dad did pretty good. I'm actually, I did not realize at the time how blessed I was. He had his problems for sure, but makes a big difference. Anyway, getting back to Pokemon. Wow, we're getting like into all the serious topics. Don't worry about it. Zach can be whoever he wants to be. It's not, again, as long as he's not harassing anybody else, it doesn't really bother me. Anyway, here's the deal about Pokemon for me. Pokemon came out, was brand new when I was a kid. I was the exact right age. I had a Game Boy. So like, you're talking all the stars align. I really should be a Pokemon lover. And it's so funny because even my wife, my kids were getting into Pokemon, and I was like she was like, oh, Pokemon. Yeah, my dad had his problems getting back to Pokemon. Yes, best transition ever. Here's the deal. Nicest. Yes, probably, but whatever. Here's the deal about Pokemon. Pokemon was what nerdy kids did. And nerdy was a bad thing when I was growing up. You have to understand, the 90s were a different vehicle. They were a different time period. Nerdy was bad. You were ashamed that you had a Game Boy. You hid that sucker. Now, then you'd gather in all the other nerdy friends' house and you play video games together, but you didn't want people to know that you had Game Boy lying around. That changed pretty quick. Like N64, playing Smash Bros. I think nerdy, honestly, at least in the United States, I feel like nerdy is like top culture right now. Like literally, what are we doing right now? I mean, you're talking, who are the big influencers? We have all these streamers who are millions of bajillions of dollars. You have, yes, Pokemon cards. Craziness. Yes, and I know it's not true for everybody, Keto Chief, but I'm just saying in like normal suburbia, where I was at least, in the Midwest, it was like, you're doing sports, that's cool. Physical activities in general, still the cool thing. Music even still was not super cool, all of that business. Anyway, I did not like Pokemon at all. I did not have any Pokemon. I didn't have cards. I didn't have the games. None of that. Now, part of the card thing, I think for sure, was both my parents' disdain. Half my life, I was ashamed to tell people I play Nintendo when all the people in 4th grade were playing COD. Yeah, that's a different thing. Pokemon did have the best marketing strategy. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I had none of that stuff, even though it was just coming out. And then in college, I started playing Magic the Gathering. And so that's kind of where I got more into that sort of thing. But like my first actual playthrough start to finish of Pokemon was Pokemon Let's Play. Was it Pikachu? Let's Play Pikachu or Let's Play Eevee, the Switch one, with my oldest daughter. So anyway. But I did everything wrong in terms of being cool. I was in Boy Scouts. I played music. But here's the thing about being cool when you're younger. It's just not, like, it's not worth it. What's the fan noise? Hold on, I'll fix that. The door to my laundry room was open. It's super loud. We can do some Studio Ghibli. What do you want to hear? You want to hear the obvious one? You were gaming my entire childhood, didn't bother what people thought, but yeah, the general sentiment for gaming itself was bad. It really was. I'm guessing that was a global phenomenon. Parents really thought that it was all just rotting our brains and it was all over. And then, and then it became mainstream. Because all the parents grew up. I mean, that's ultimately really what happened, right? Like, for example, my kids, we play video games all the time together, and it's awesome. If you don't play music, you less are connected to the world. Yeah, it is Let's Play Pikachu, you're right. Left to eat, what happened here? I mean, like the debating session, I didn't know anyone was going to jump in. Debating session, what were we debating? Listening to the OST of my first Pokemon game for 250 hours when I was younger was the reason I got into jazz. That's pretty sweet. There's so much amazing music in Pokemon and in video games in general. For some reason, I wasn't enticed with the Pokemon craze. Does any dots go to mainstream piano classical spectrum? Is any dots go to mainstream piano classical spectrum? I don't even know what that means. I did always replay. Hey, we've all been there before. All been there before. Chirag, we probably should. I don't know if you still do Dota, but I'd be down to do some Dota at some point. Lilo Kaz. With you earlier about Magic, then I came back to Pokemon talk. Yeah, somebody was asking me, Chopin Enthusiast was asking me which Pokemon generation I grew up with. And it would be the first one, what? Red, blue, red, what? Red, something yellow, right? I don't know. I was just saying I never played the Pokemon. The first Pokemon I played was Let's Go Pikachu. Oh, Opus 28. Okay, I have very little time left. We're going to do the Chopin, and then we'll do this Untitled. Hold on. Mistful Plays. Sure, we'll grab Untitled by Mistful Plays, and then I'll do a little... I'll probably do a little original. We'll see if we can put all that in. Oh. That's a good idea, Chirag. Honestly, taking a break from Dota is the smartest thing you can do. That game is a cancer. Yes, it does. Okay, all right. We're going to do this a little slower just to get a little bit of how it feels. This might be a good one to learn, though. Oh, oops. Hold on. I screwed that up. All right. Maple Story, not here. Okay. I got to tell people really quick about this, and then we'll do Untitled, and then I'm probably play original and get out of here. Dota 2, there's nothing like just crushing another. Yeah, no, I need to do like a. I need to actually, that's one that goes fast, so I need to practice it. But it is fun to play. It's fun to sight read. That stuff really makes your brain start to work hard, which is good. Here's the thing, Chopin W, about Dota 2 as a game. The level of difficulty and effort you have to put in, Dota is a MOBA. So it's a multiplayer online battle arena. It's like one of the oldest ones. So it's basically the granddaddy of PUBG, of Apex Legends, of Smite, of any of these type of games. And the ultimate thing about Dota is it's a team thing where you have 5 people on your team. And the cool thing about Dota is even somebody in their 30s, and I'm competing with little kids who are like 12, the 12-year-olds have better reactions than I do. But if I have more intellectual understanding of how the game works and I have better strategy, I will still beat the 12-year-olds. That is why Dota is an amazing competitive game. Because every other competitive game I play on, the twitch reflexes, like just the raw game sense that a younger person has just crushes me. So, League of Legends is not the granddad, because Dota actually is before League of Legends, not Dota 2, you are right, but Dota is. FF10, we'll have to do that later. I'm sorry, Lion Studios, but please subscribe. I will 100% play it for you. Yes, no, you're right. You're right, you're right. Hey Ramses, we're almost done. Beating the 12-year-olds is an achievement now, how the tables have turned. Exactly. That's hilarious because yes, it used to be the other way around. This is a cool piece. All right, I need to get going, but it's been a pleasure. You guys have been awesome. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks TikTok, thanks YouTube. Follow, like, subscribe, all that jazz. It does really, really help. And until next time, peace out, everybody. I hope you have a good weekend. I should try to get some stream in tomorrow. We will see though. All right, bye.